All right, guys. Well, we're going to talk about sex and psychopaths tonight. The two go hand in hand. I did some research today. Why did I do the research? Because I masturbated once and I was still horny a little bit later in the day. Now, I know that turns some people off to talk about sex, talk about masturbation, but sex is a huge part of human nature in your life. It drives you. Thus, they call it sex drive. It's why many people end up in a marriage, why many people get a divorce, people have kids. People get driven into relationships by one major aspect of sex. And believe it or not, sex is very much tied into the mind. A big part of sex is mental stimulation. And when you add physical attraction and mental stimulation, there's this euphoria, and that's usually like, your best interaction. I remember watching a porn movie one time, and that's what, the guy was like getting a girl off, and like, he was just getting her all into it mentally. It really had nothing to do with physical. Now, again, this subject's for adults. I mean, look, guys, some people can't handle it, but, some of the people who can't handle it, their children are giving blowjobs. That's true. That's true. But look, guys, I mean, I know when I was a teenager, that was like the first thing that we started to do. It was like, go at house parties or whatever, and, you start to experiment as a child, in your teens. And then obviously into your 20s and your 30s, sex and your sex drive and your partners, it all plays a part, in what carves out your life. And also what carves out your life is the psychopaths that you're attracted to, and that, you break up with someone, whether you're the psychopath or they're the psychopath, and it becomes this huge thing. Look, you're a psychopath too if you adopt 15 cats. That's true. I know some troll lady. She trolls this one other guy and me. Okay, she's got like this profile picture of this cat. She's probably ugly, and she keeps saying like this person reminds me of their ex. She's a psychopath. She's a psychopath. True. Tony, good to see you, brother. But I was looking this up because I said, I'm curious. I said, why do I have a high sex drive? Well, myself. I turn on myself, and this is what if you Google, I Google it. All right. Even the girls with even the ugly girls with a lot of cats. Google it too. Why? You got nothing else to do. Your cats are busy having sex. All right. Come on. And so I Googled what causes a high sex drive. So this is what it says. It says some high sex drive can be traced to health disorders. Here comes the psychopaths. For instance, good to see you, Tom. So it's saying right now, like it's linking the two, okay? High sex drive and psychopath. So I told you, never date a nurse. I guarantee she's got a high sex drive. All right, but may have a good time. So it goes, some high sex drive can be traced to health disorders. For instance, high sex drive is also often a symptom of disorders including hyperadrenalism, hormonal imbalance, bipolar disorder, or various impulse control disorders, probably a gambler too. An increased libido is usually just one of the many symptoms that are part of these concerns. Well, guys, you thought, you were just, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know if everyone with a high sex drive is a psychopath. I mean, we know that most people are psychopaths, just haven't been properly diagnosed. Definitely on YouTube. Definitely on YouTube, guys. But that's okay. That's okay. Hey, look, everyone's got to have a good time in life. But I remember, like, even when I had a dog, and I would, my dog was a female, and if I would bring it to a friend's house, and they would have a male dog, and I remember there was one male dog, very old, but it went to go hump my dog. And the male dog, I mean, it was so old, he was close to death. I think he died, soon after we visited him. But he still had it in him to hump. Sex is a big part of what drives you as a human. It's what forms a relationship. The people who have no sex drive, what do? They get cats because they don't want to have sex. They just want to play with cats. So, everyone's got their own thing. But and then I started looking at well, what's the breakdown of how like it evolves? Because we know like the average lifespan is 80 years old. For a psychopath, it may be less. But I think the psychopaths, I think their lifespan is starting to increase because there's some old psychopaths on YouTube. That's true. So I started researching that too. Why? Because the guy said, look, I'm single. I got nothing else going on. I said, let me Google this. It's the weekend, holiday weekend. Some of you guys eating extra turkey left over from Thanksgiving. I'm Googling what's high sex drive about. Vlad, shout out to Vlad TV. Snakes in Suits, good book about corporate psychopaths. Well, I hear you. We're not going to talk politics tonight. Tonight we're talking all sex, man. All right? So I don't care if you like Trump. I don't care if you like Clinton. I don't care if you like Bloomberg. Tonight, it's bipartisan. We're talking about sex and psychopaths. Because you got to have a little fun in life, guys. Come on. All right, so let's talk about men in their 20s because we know the average lifespan is 80 years old, okay? So when you're 20, this is what, as a man, when you're in your 20s, this is what it says about men. Testosterone, a hormone men need for sexual arousal, so again, it's all part of your body, okay, is typically high in your 20s, and so is your sex drive. And like, my man Vlad, he's trying to talk about like politics, but all men, well, it seems like the men that had good sex drive, they're good presidents. Like Clinton was a good president and Trump was a good president. And they both got high sex drive, so that's interesting. And then he goes, but it's also time when you could be anxious. So if you're an anxious person, which I can have anxiety, so that may explain why I'm high energy. And, now I don't know if I think about sex a lot because I'm down here in tropical paradise where there's bikinis everywhere, hot girls everywhere. Like, if you lived in Oregon, you may adopt cats because there ain't nothing going on in Oregon, All right, so that may be part of this talking about men in their 20s. That may be part of 8%. Men in their 20s report. Oh, no, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. So men in their 20s, basically, you got a lot of testosterone is what they said. Women in your 20s. Women, you're likely to be more fertile in your teens and 20s than in your later years. This may be why they're choosier at that age, though it is not exactly clear. In fact, scientists think that female desire goes up just after fertility starts to drop at the end of their 20s. So that's a woman's, like you hear the biological clock. Their biological clock starts really ticking in their mid to late 20s because that's when, once they get into their 30s, their biological clock starts to, wind down. And but their sex drive starts to go up. So that's why the MILF porn's hot right now. It's hot in the street. All right, let's look at men in their 30s and 40s. That's me. I'm in my late 30s here. So this could apply to a lot of people out there. So men in their 30s and 40s. Many men continue to have a strong sex drive through these years, though testosterone starts to slowly decrease around the age of 35. Guys, I'm over 35. I'm 39. It typically goes down about 1% per year, but it could go faster for some men. Shout out to all the men out there that adopting cats too. This could have some effect on your sex drive, yep. Plus, for many men, the stress of work, family, and other commitments are killers, could affect how interested you are in sex. Yeah, you want to talk about politics. You want to talk about sex, guys. You got to cut that commitment out. It's not good for you, man. You're killing yourself. All right, let's talk about women now in their 30s and 40s. Guys, click that thumbs up button. Why? Don't be a psychopath. This is for women in their 30s and 40s. This time of your life may be when your sex drive is strongest. See, now in their 30s and 40s, women are revving up. That's why I'm a MILF magnet. Okay, very true. And so this is when their sex drive is the strongest in their 30s and 40s as a woman. One study showed that women between 27 and 45 had more frequent and more intense sexual fantasies than younger or older women. That's interesting. Guys, date a girl between 27 and 45 because it's going to be popping. They also had more sex and were more likely to have it sooner in a relationship. Guys, I'm giving you good data, man. Guys, I'm giving you the game right here. All right, let's talk about women having kids. It says, at any age, pregnancy and childbirth have a big impact on sex life. But it's different for everyone. Your body and hormones change throughout pregnancy. That may mean a boost in libido at times, especially during the second trimester. At lack of desire to others. You may also be anxious about whether it's safe to have sex while you're pregnant. It usually is, but ask your doctor to ensure. Breastfeeding, raising kids, in other words, can also affect your time, energy, sex. Yep, it's basically downhill after that. Men in their 50s. All you old psychopaths. I had an old guy, psychopath guy, on YouTube. Surprise. Some of you guys want to be YouTube stars. Hey, get ready for total disaster. There was a guy in his 50s. He claimed to be a Dallas cheerleader. He wasn't a psychopath. Vlad, psychopaths impulse, lacks goals, and irresponsible, lacking remorse, empathy, and no responsibility. Sounds like most people on YouTube. All right, men in their 50s and beyond. If you're in good physical and mental health, not on YouTube, there's no reason you shouldn't continue to enjoy your sex life as you get older. It does become more common as age. Your erections may happen less often and may be less firm. But it's not age itself that causes the problem as much as health problems that become more common with age. Guys, got to stay in shape if you want sex. Like heart disease, diabetes, cholesterol, obesity. The drugs that treat them. Your doctor can talk to you about these. So yeah, guys, if you're not taking care of yourself, obviously your body and your mind aren't going to function properly. And you're going to be more worried about eating leftovers than you are about watching MILF porn. That's true. Women in their 50s and beyond. Let's see what the Golden Girls got going on. Around 50, an empty nest or less to worry about being pregnant makes some women more interested in sex. Yeah, when you don't have a chance to get kids, let's go. But as you head towards menopause, estrogen levels drop big time, which may cool your libido down. Yep, now you adopt some cats and lead to vaginal dryness, total Arizona down there, hot flashes, anxiety, weight gain, chocolate and cheese, and sleep problems. Also can make you less in the mood. Ask your doctor about medicines. Oh, don't do that. I'm reading just a little bit more, guys. Hang there. And it goes, men, just not their testosterone. Let's not talk about that. Your doctor can help. All right, that's it. So what I can tell you guys is the mind and the body are linked together. Sex basically plays a huge part in your life from puberty, let's just say around the age of 13 to 50. Okay, that's the max. But obviously, you could have sex past 50. But those are the years that are going to drive your life, drive your decisions, drive your relationships, define, child support, define family. Everything changes your life based around, what you're choosing to do sexually. Is true. Vlad's coming in hot tonight. Like sex, maybe, and gambling, high stakes on something. Yeah. That's why probably Trump sees good at it. I mean, I think obviously, look, a high energy person and someone who's really like revved up, that applies to sex too. And then Vlad goes big ups and downs. That's true. Vlad says parastic behavior. I don't know what that means. Tom's laughing good. Well, brother, if we got someone to laugh tonight, we did our job. Why? Hey, because, brother, I'm going to laugh and have a good time in life. I'm not going to be uptight. I'm not going to adopt cats. Don't be mad at me. Vlad feeding off others' gains. Well, hey, Vlad, this world's a parasite. So what do you got to do? You got to stay positive and you got to keep your laughter. Why? Because there's negative people out there ready to steal your joy. Why? Because, look, they adopted too many cats and they're pissing everywhere. So are they happy that you're talking about sex? No. They want to talk about vaginal dryness. Do I want to talk about that? Hell no. Come on, guys. I'm all looped up. Taking advantage. Illinois, what's up, brother? You missed me. I broke down life. You gotta watch the replay on this one. You have less energy as you age. Not me. I'm getting more energy, man. Even if you stay in shape. Not me. You wear down a little bit of time. Well, that's true. But I feel high energy tonight. I'm only 39, man. How old are you, Illinois? Vlad's smiling. Good job. RJ, what's up, brother? Have you been to any campgrounds? Man, we're talking about sex tonight, man. Not campgrounds, man. But I have been to some campgrounds, brother. I love you. Archie? Or are you sleeping at the 24-hour gas stations with psychopaths? Well, I'm always psychopaths are everywhere, guys. I don't know. If you guys ever leave your house, you're not going to avoid psychopaths. Doesn't matter where you go. But no, I'm not sleeping at gas stations. I've just come here sometimes to use the Wi-Fi or whatever, and grab a sandwich, fill my gas tank up, do a YouTube thing, and I'm out. So I'm just I'm keeping it in the mix, just putzing around. Still got the 1,000 trails passed. There's still campgrounds all over Florida, and there's still some free boondock. Vlad's laughing good. Tony, Lots of shaming these days against men who don't date. Hey guys, don't hate on the guys who don't, and don't hate on men or women that don't date. I believe that each person should do whatever they want. But guys, once you have kids and stuff, then you got a different set of responsibilities. Got to take care of that. Vlad, have you heard of Burning Man in California? I heard about it, but I don't know too much about it. So I don't want to comment on it because I'm not that informed. What does it mean? Illinois, you're not old. I'm 62. Well, damn, man, you're old. But hey, man, enjoy life because you can't, at least, look, you can collect Social Security. So, like out of Illinois, what do you have in your benefit that I don't? You're at Social Security age. You can start to collect. I can't. I got another 22 more years. So, hey, man, we both got give and take, man. And if you're healthy, you're in good shape, man. All I can tell you is enjoy that guaranteed income, man. I love you, brother. You're a positive person. Vlad, Arizona. Oh, it's very dry over there. Vlad, Black Rock Desert of Nevada. Well, brother, luscious palm trees of Florida. Vlad, Burning Man. I don't know what that is. Vlad, escape everyday life. I hear you. Vlad, 1 week festival. What's going on with that? Archie, some of these psychopaths want your GPS coordinates. That's true. NW2. Yeah, guys, I'm an independent contractor. 1099 it. This out west, you can just pull off the interstate. Yeah, but there's no ocean, man. And you'll find a quiet place to sleep pretty quick. Look, that's true, but I like the East Coast. I'm an East Coast guy. Now, I would go to, look, if Florida went under the ocean, I would probably go to California. And I want to see Sarah. Sarah, if you watch this replay, leave a comment because I've been thinking about you a lot. I really have. I like you. But what I can tell you is this. I'm an East Coast guy. I love my West Coast guys and girls. But I don't know, man. It's just something about the vibe of the East Coast, man. I like the Atlantic Ocean. Illinois. It's a real fight to stay healthy. Damn right, brother. Take care of your health, man. I love you, brother. Vlad, kind of hipster. There's nothing wrong with that. Venomatic, man. Shout out to Tallahassee's in the house. Click that thumbs up button, guys. Share the video. Subject joke. Getting involved with someone in a 2019 takes as much courage as Evel Knievel. Jumping over several cars with motorcycles. Chances of a total disaster are high. Subject 0, that's like dating someone you met on YouTube. And what I can tell you is going to end in a disaster. So what I can tell you is this, guys. We came in hot tonight. Too hot for some people, okay? Some people can't handle the Diablo hot sauce at Taco Bell. So let me tell you something, guys. Put your life on mild sauce, okay? I love you, Venomac. They can't handle the heat. That's why they got to stay out of Florida, man. Florida's for those who have a high libido. Now, you may be a psychopath, though. Vlad, MK, at Illinois. Not as healthy as I'd like to be. That's all right, brother. I love you. Probably having surgery next year. I'm going to pray for you, brother. I mean that with all my heart because I don't want to see anyone hurting. I've been hurting at times. Thank God I was able to recover. But Allen, Illinois, all seriously, man, you've been a positive viewer of mine, and I will remember you in my thoughts and prayers. Try to do the best you can. I know it's not easy. Love to you, brother. I appreciate you sharing this. But I'm still thankful. That's why I like you, man, because you got a positive attitude. I'm still thankful and doing what I can. Illinois, man, I'm really mean. I'm not joking. I love you, man. Mr. JD, any Black Friday shopping? No. I did a little bit of door dashing. I swam in the Atlantic Ocean. I masturbated once, and then I want to masturbate again. I said, man, I have a high sex drive. And then I Googled, like, why do you have a high sex drive? And then basically what I found out is you got to be careful. You may be a psychopath. Illinois, thumbs up. Love you. All right, guys, I did the best I could. For some people, it was great, and they love me for me. For other people, they hate me, and there's nothing I can do to change them. Do I want to change them? No. The worst thing you could try to do is change yourself or change someone else. You either accept people or you leave them alone. Why? Because that is the reality of life. And I want you to go forward in life. I want you to take life one day at a time, one step at a time. You're going to have good and bad days, okay? So just try to get through the bad days. Savor the good days. Get in the Atlantic Ocean. Get in the ocean. If you live by the ocean, get in the ocean. If you live by the desert, roll around next to a cactus. Why? Because you have to seize the day. You have to seize the moments of your life because you never get them back. So as you're sitting there thinking about life, life is passing you by, okay? So go out there and touch life, okay? But don't touch someone illegally. Why? Because they're going to lock you up. Vlad, live with nature, yes. Well, I'm not mad at that. All right, guys. Love to you. Peace to you. Keep pushing forward.